Hamwell on Tuesday. Ethan, Chris, and Leon got some sort of vital minutes in the legs. Did they pull up okay on Wednesday?
Yeah, it was Monday, wasn't it? I think
Monday, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that days wrong. Yeah. So they're fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, there was planned minutes. There was no shock of people coming off at halftime. So anyone worried thinking people have got injured again or anything, it's all planned. And we're hoping to have a real good quality of trainers this morning. For me to be able to work on the Wigan tactics, travel up tomorrow, prepare really well, and hopefully we can get one of the two of these faces back, because as you well know, I've come in and I feel for my predecessor, because the injuries that I inherited were horrendous, and he's had to deal with that as well. So I think that's a big issue here, that we've got to say that the full squad hasn't been able to be chosen from for quite some time, and probably not even 3/4 of a full squad has been able to be chosen from here, and it's key players as well that have been out. So those boys coming back are huge for the football club. There's still one or two more, and there's still some moments this week that have caused a bit of concern, but we're really happy with Ethan and Leon and Chris all coming through their minutes that were meant to be given on Monday, and I thought they all did really well.
I think you had like 3 or 4 away on international duty as well. They all reported back fitting well.
They've all reported back. That's what I can say. Let's see where we are with them. Maybe 1 or 2 players here. I've had 6 or 7, and obviously the odds will increase then on somebody coming back with a knock or something. So we'll assess this morning, but they're all back in the building, which is nice. And they've I think the 4 corners of the earth have been touched. I think the only one we didn't have was Australia, someone, but we had everyone else everywhere else. So it was an experience for me on the first international window I've had here. But I'm hoping that everyone's come back ready to go on Saturday again.
Okay, with someone like Dykes, who's not long been back from his illness, is it perhaps good that he's having these games with Scotland just to kind of get his sort of match fitness back to where you need him to be, or would you rather him have sort of not play?
No, an extraordinary result, for his country against Spain. And listen, I'm not a selfish manager. I think playing for your country is the greatest honour you can have, and so I would never ever stop anyone playing, and I would never ever tell the country don't play him or please be careful. Go on, that's the biggest accolade you can get, and I think that sometimes even that can be looked down upon by some people. I think it's fantastic, and Lyndon to be up front against Spain in a 2-0 victory is awesome. Obviously you look as a manager and think that the legs, he played, he's travelled. We'll have to have a look at that, but no, proud, and as you say, after his illness, it's great to see him getting the minutes and lasting the minutes, and obviously part of the team that beat Spain, and Spain coincidentally having a right go at Scotland's tactics, which it's great to hear, because that means Scotland won and Spain couldn't handle it. So that's nice to hear.
Okay, and I mean, you have touched on the kind of the crazy injury toll you've had. I mean, it sort of that back in the last season there was a similar thing. Is it something you have to look at in the summer as to why this is happening? Is it?
Yeah, undoubtedly.
Obviously the medical staff are very good and very professional, but I mean, is it a variety of factors you think that's leading to this? Is it? What do you think?
Undoubtedly, I think what I'll bring after 10 years of management is I've got a lot of experience in that. I was studying to be a physiotherapist myself at one stage. I'm not saying I know as much as anyone else, but we can work together and collaborate on how we can be better, because if you're a manager somewhere and you see a problem and year after year, I have a saying, you can have a mistake, and everyone makes a mistake, but if it keeps repeating itself, then we've got an issue here, and we've got to have a look at that. And I'd be a poor manager if I didn't have a look at this and look into making this better, So whatever that means, we'll do. But it's the football club that's important, and people get caught up in personalities. Or I will make sure that whatever has caused these reoccurring things over the seasons. Like I said, I feel sorry for my predecessors, because they had them as well. we've got to make sure we're better at this, because injuries will kill you. I mean, Liverpool lost Van Dijk for one season, and everyone blamed that for the whole season, you know, and your best players are out. It hurts you, you know, you sign these big players, you know, and what would Man United be without Rashford this year, or, you know, Man City without Haaland, you know? If you lose your biggest players, you're going to be weaker. And I think we've lost some big names at this place for too long, too many times, over too many seasons. And we've got to have a look at that, surely, yeah.
Okay. What do you think? Why do you think that is? What do you think the reason is for it?
I haven't had a big look yet, so I've come into a whirlwind where we need points to stay up, and I've got to concentrate. As I spoke there in the last interview, I've got to get points on the board before I look at anything else. There's something in my head going, yep, park that, and just at the back of the head, and I know what I want to look into, but it's a big job. It's not a 5-minute thing. This, I can't just go in there one day and go, right, let's have a look at all this. This is going to take time. And at the moment, time I haven't got, because time I need to spend out on the grass and spend watching opposition and making sure we get points on the board. So, you know, we've got to get by. Hopefully we can to the end of the season. And then I think there's some work to be done. It's to play on Monday. So that's, you know, make of that what you will. But he's been outside on the grass. Yeah, but obviously, you know, when you're playing games in the big team, you're a bit further ahead. So no, Ilias is in the balance really. But just pleased about the others being back. Very similar with Ilias, you know. You know, we'd got games into him if we thought they were ready at that on Monday, you know. But sometimes you need an extra day or an extra couple of days to make sure that they're fit. So yeah, we'll be taking the strongest squad we can up to Wigan, and if them two can be available, I'm sure they'll both be in the squad. I mean, it's a tough one, obviously, just walking in the building and seeing Taylor behind these two. It's tough at the moment because obviously if those two are fit, they'll play. I think Taylor's had some injuries this season as well. A couple of things away from football as well, which the club are there for, and we're just we're just a slow burner, I think, with Taylor. Definitely with the other two in front of him, he's probably seeing some of his first team minutes a little bit hampered, you know, all season with these two, because they are fantastic players, like you say. But no, they keep coming back. We'll keep getting these youngsters in, and the ones who can make a difference. He's got fantastic ability, Taylor, and I'm sure one day we'll be seeing him regularly in the first team. Ozzy's done his knee against Birmingham in the first half there. So again, assessment for him coming off at half time. Obviously, someone like Ozzy never comes off was a concern. So he's been in the treatment room all week, and we'll have to judge that one on closer to the game. But no, it was a nasty challenge for their goal. Actually, it was a tough one, trying to slide in and block something. But no, it's not as bad as we first thought. We thought it could be a ligament damage, but it's not ligaments, and it's just a whack on the knee. So we'll see how that goes.